everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, and yeah, this is my studio and art room. It is also my TV viewing room. Yeah, it's my everything room. Welcome. Anyway, this is my whole backstage. Yeah. The reason we're here is for card reading, as you can tell. I got my cards all laid out and ready to go. Thought I'd show my face a little more often in this reading and tell you the whole purpose of this reading. We come together to share our energies in what these cards are saying. It's to find solutions, not problems. And so I hope you enjoy this, because it is for entertainment purposes only. Cover my face with it, haha. It is for entertainment purposes only. And we'll talk to you soon. Let me change out the camera. Hold on. Hi, we're back. Okay, are you ready for this? I certainly am. Let's see what the cards have to tell us about some solutions for this week. We're going to start out. I'll explain to you, we're in kind of the pattern of a tree. This tree is also, pardon me, the four directions: north, south, east, and west. In terms of obstacles, this is where we currently are, our current situation. This is our current, where we want to go, where we want to be. This is where we want to end up. It's the basis of the branches of our tree, of our path. Here in the center, we have a map that tells you how to get from where we currently are to where we want to be. Where we currently are is the west and the sunset. It's the end of the day. Where we want to be is the promise of a new day. This is the sunrise in the east. We need a map to get around, to get from here to here. We can't jump from here to here. We have to go around the process before we get here. This map will tell us how to get there. Down here in the south, we have all the valleys, the cliffs, the creeks, the swamps. Few obstacles, wouldn't you say? This is also a message from Gaia, from the earth, and today it is a message from the animal spirits as well, our power animals. In the north, we have the mountain. Need I say more about mountains as an obstacle? Do you try to look for a cave to get through it? Do you look for a path to go around it? Do you look for the best way to climb it? Or you just do everything you can to obliterate it? Any way you can, that mountain is either a clarity or an obstacle. Okay, here we have a message from Spirit. Here we have a message of self-care on how to take care of ourselves as we're maneuvering this week through all of this. And finally, what our animal friends are really thinking about us here with the therapists. So, are we ready to start? I certainly am. Let's find out what our current situation is. Move that amethyst. Ooh. I'll move it a little closer for you for now. Pretty fantastic card, except, you know, the owl is animal spirit of wisdom. They fly silent. The only way you know they're there is when they let you know. And when they let you know, believe you me, it's an awakening. And they're gone just as silently as they arrived with that awakening. I'm going to turn it right side up so you can see this beautiful owl. You know, we had a new moon this last week. And that was the perfect time for the owl to come out because things cannot see. It's so dark. All you have is starlight. Although there are times when the sky is clear and cold, that the starlight is like a path across the sky, the Milky Way. When you're at high elevations, that's exactly what it looks like. A stretch that you could put your hand through and stir it up. This owl is reminding us that we have this wisdom. But we're not consulting it. So it's upside down. We're not using our deepest wisdom. Once in a while, often we're going all off half-cocked. Okay, so 3 and 9 is 12. 12. It breaks into the number 3. This is a card of expression, growth, and groups. Maybe the groups that you've got yourself aligned with, the wisdom isn't quite matching yours. And so this card is being brought to us to say, if the group that you are hanging with, that you are around, if the group that you are around all the time is not resonating with you anymore, it's okay to move on to a different group. Just don't do it insultingly or burn any bridges, and wish gratitude and thankfulness for having them in your life when they were there, because they had a purpose in your life that fulfilled your life. It's just your path is turning to a different direction, and that's good. That's okay. That is a good thing. Break away from the group, but yet hold them as community. Because in our individuality of creation and creating, that's where inspiration will come for a much better world and a much better existence. The idea is, when you feel like your wisdom is not what it should be, that is not the time to take action. Okay? We're afraid to take action right now. It seems like the whole world is upside down. I don't know about you, but I don't know about starting a business right now. I would do it, but if I was directed to by spirit in the universe, but I would be apprehensive. I would put it in the hands of the universe to work, and then follow my guidance. Let's see what is in the future for us. This is the sunrise. Woo! It's interesting, my friend Dolly, the Wolf Girl Oracle, yesterday morning she and I were talking about how far you immerse in flow. Me, I go in deep and hard. So deep and hard you really have to work to pull me back out again. And look at the number on that card. We want to be able to dive as deep as we want. As deep as we choose, as deep as a jellyfish or a giant squid. Into any task we do, we want to be good enough at it that we can dive in blindly. Don't volunteer for tasks where you cannot dive in such a way. Unless it is understood that you are coming from the end of a cycle and need to be retrained. So that you can breathe down deep in the flow. That's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. Where it's quiet. We think. You don't know what creatures make what noises down there. We should be able to check out the sea. And dive deep into what we believe in and not look back. And not be afraid of the past. And did I have enough wisdom back then to set me up for now? Sometimes, absolutely not. You did not have the wisdom to set yourself up for now. That's okay. There's a process to get there. Let's see what the map has to say. Wow, we get this card a lot. Huh. Interesting. It's protecting the treasure. Protect what's important to you on this journey. Don't change to follow trends. Because trends are like the falling leaves. They come and they go, and they are made only to fertilize pockets and landfills. Know what is important to you and protect it. Yes. As she is protecting her body first. That is the thing you've got to treasure most right now, is your body. That's where the wisdom lies, and that's where your ability to dive deep lies. Now this is going to pertain to the valley and the mountain as well, as traveling between them. So what do you say we go from taking a look at the sunrise and venture in to see what Mother Earth, Pachamama, Gaia, what is our message from the power animals for this week? Oh, wow. We get the whale. I have a feeling it's going to be a really rough week ahead. It's telling us to focus on our soul's path. Honor your soul's purpose. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I heard that one loud and clear. And it's interesting because I was hearing it this morning. My purpose. I was told my purpose years ago. And my channel is changing more and more that way all the time. It's exciting. You'll see what I've got planned for the coming year ahead. Anyway, I just haven't figured out quite all the details yet. But the whale, an obstacle. I would say that the biggest obstacle in the whale, in the soul's path, in the whale's life, is getting on the land, getting high and dry, where gravity would be immense on that soft body. And see what the book says about it. It's time to stop fooling yourself and get moving on your path. Pay close attention to the subtleties of your experience and listen very, very carefully to those urgings that are begging you to honor the deepest truth of who you are, not what you think everybody else will approve of, but the path that heeds the voice of your soul that's been calling to you since before you were born. Every experience up to this point in your life has shaped you, and even the lives that you've lived before exert their karmic influence. At this point, you can no longer live your life driven solely by ego. Instead, it's important to consciously and consistently attune to your most profound sense of self and align with Spirit's intent. It will take courage and faith to dive into these depths, but you have indeed funded the power and the strength to do so. Claim the destiny that you know is yours and act on it now. This card is association with migration, devotion, communication, and your soul's memory. Wow. Largest creature on the earth. So immersed in the flow of water that diving deep doesn't bother it, doesn't cave it in, doesn't turn it to jelly. This giant earth water animal. It's really interesting we get this card because only obstacle I see to this in this card is not knowing your soul's purpose and not knowing how to find your soul's purpose. Because if you don't know your soul's purpose, how do you honor it? I can tell you, as someone who knows her soul's purpose and was reminded of it this morning, it feels really good to give into it when you know it. When you first hear it for the first time, it changes your life. And now I hear it every time I step outside. So that is the message in the whale, in the valley, which is not a valley. It's the ocean. And yeah, it's an obstacle. You can't go around it. You can't really go under it. I suppose you could go on top of it. Or you can do like the whale and dive in head first. This is what Gaia has for us. This is our goal. It's with her. It's with all that Water. I'm hearing water, more water, more water. Huh. Okay, now that makes me curious about the mountain. What are you going to tell us, mountain, about this obstacle? Ooh, standing stones. Looks like she's coming out of a cave, out of the mountain. And the sky is so full of energy that she's got to cross into those standing stones to be in the current world. That is her only passage into the next realm, the next stage, and the next perception. This is about your soul's purpose. This card is saying when you come to this portal, be prepared, cross into it one step at a time. Because by the time you get here, you'll be ready to dive deep. Ready to be transformed and transferred anywhere you are needed. Anywhere you are needed. This card is about manifestation, stability, and foundation. The energy of those standing stones are your next step. If you're a traveler, an international traveler, maybe this card is telling you to go to a place that is an ancient structure. Even if you cannot go there physically, go there in your next meditation and find the pillars in the standing stones. Absorb their energy and you will find the passage to your soul's purpose. Wow. I was wondering where this was going. Talking about wisdom and diving deep. And what I'm hearing here, especially water is all about love. Okay, and it is also all about emotion, which love is arguably the strongest emotion. Love is more than an emotion. Love is a verb. Love is something that you do, not hear. Maybe that is the treasure you should protect. What do you believe down deep inside your soul? Not what you've been taught, even if it takes you questioning everything you've been taught. To find that part of you, understand that's where your soul's path lies. It's not a frightening thing to come across or to ask for. It really is not a scary thing to give in to your soul's path. It is actually more, it's a lot scarier to not give in to your soul's path, because it's resistance on a constant level. So, to dive deep into your life, into your existence, into your creation, and into your tasks. You have to protect what is treasured to you. And that doesn't come from the outside with gold and silver. It's from inside you. There's a passage inside you. There's a portal inside you that shows you your inner soul's purpose. Your soul's purpose. Once you start working to fulfill that, you'll find the pieces of your life start coming together in ways you never dreamt of. So Spirit, after that, what else do you have to say? My goodness. Whether rain or shine, day or night, this card is telling us to slow down. Get into nature. Slow down. You can't hear the messages coming to you from your soul's purpose if you're always in such a hurry for the result. There's beauty and wonder in the process. Look at it as though you're the child that has never seen such a thing before. The 2-year-old who's never watched an inchworm move across a leaf. Look at everything with awe and wonder. Where does it come from? And then find out. Take this life a little slower, because slow and steady wins the race. Never forget that. It's going to seem like you've been protecting your treasure forever and ever and ever, and that's just a pipe dream. But it's really not. You're winning the race. We are winning this race. A race for goodness, kindness, harmony. I don't need to look anything up on that card. That card makes perfect sense. Thank you, Spirit. We really need to focus on the process, not the result. Because that is where your soul's purpose will grow and flourish. It's in the process that we grow and flourish. It's not in the discovery that something is wrong and boom, we fix it. It's in part of the process of fixing it is the discovery of the issue in the first place. And we can either be grateful for that discovery or not. It's up to us and how we perceive it. Okay? I definitely get the feeling here that we've got some stressful times ahead that we need some self-care about. Oh, that card is a 3 card. It's about, once again, you started out with it. Expression and growth and the groups you are with. Change it up if you need to. It's a part of the process. Let's take a look at the self-care steps. We got 2 cards. I thought I just grabbed one, and then when I went to lay it down, hey, there's 2 here. So let's take a look and see what the first card, top card, is. Yes. Ground yourself. Take care of yourself by grounding yourself. That is where, when you ground yourself, that's where you will find the perfect control to assess and reflect on your situation. It's like a magnetic pull to you. See underneath her? It's reflecting the rainbow above her. So ground yourself is the first one. Next one. Make an altar. Once again, another 7 card. Wow. What are the odds I get 2 cards stuck together and they both add up to 7? Because once again, it's a great way to reflect and assess on your situation so that you can get yourself under control and grounded for your soul's purpose. Because your soul needs that connection with an altar. And making your altar, you can have more than one altar. If you have one now, look at it closely. Are there things that maybe can be switched out for something else? You go, but how do I make an altar? It's pretty simple. You go through your house, you find a cloth. First, you find a place where the energy is calm. Then you find a cloth. You put the cloth down on the energy, on the place where the energy is calm. All the while you have incense or sage or something going, cleaning that space, clearing that space. And being mindful of what you're doing. I always ask, angels, show me what you would like me to place on the altar. What do I need on my altar? And as I'm going through my house, looking at my little tchotchkes and knickknacks and heirlooms, and it's like having my grandmother's prayer book on my card reading table. This is also, in a way, an altar. So make an altar as part of your self-care. Take your time and enjoy the process while you do it. And then every day, spend time with that altar. Even if it is only asking for peace and calm and quiet. It's not a request room or a request section or area. It's a place to go and find stillness and escape the situation, whatever situation you're in, for just a few minutes. Create an altar and ground yourself. You know, when you ground yourself too, that's where you find your wisdom. You'll get right upright again. Your wisdom is your soul's purpose. So here we're starting out with our soul's purpose being upside down. But by the time we get to the mountain, we have protected ourselves so much that we are ready to take the next step through the passage into the next realm of creation. See what the animals have to say. You know, this is pretty powerful stuff here. We're going through massive change. 2024 is going to align all of this up for you, whether you want it to be or not. So you might as well enjoy the process. And our animal friends, our companions, are telling us the truth is you're far more capable than you feel. Don't say you can't do something until you try. This card is telling you, you are your number one obstacle, your number one limit, and the thing that holds you back more than anything is you. and your excuses, your story, and what you say you're capable of and what you're not capable of. No mention of learning something new. You are capable of doing whatever you set your mind to. It's a matter of setting your mind to it. And setting your mind to it in a way where you don't rush the process. Wow, this reading is like, don't rush the process. Really strong. Know your soul's path and don't rush the process. So what I get from this, my goodness, I'm a little bit surprised that went that fast. Thank you all for being here. If you like this, please feel free to join me. And next time, you can subscribe if you'd like. And if you subscribe and you want to be notified that we are here, get the bell that is in the action marks and it says all beside it. That's what you want to do to get the notifications. I thank so much for being here. You guys take care of yourselves, make your altar, ground yourself, and get ready. Get ready to go and stand in those standing stones. Be kind to one another. We need to make kindness a habit again. I'm just saying. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next time. Bye-bye now.